Hi, everybody. I am Monique Forcier. I am a spiritual coach, and I am here today to just chat a little bit about your negative self talk, your inner critic. We all have this inner critic. It's the voice inside of our heads that basically says it judges us, it doubts us, it belittles us, and it constantly tells us that we are not good enough. I know that this shows up for me in my thoughts on the daily. um, this inner critic and negative self talk, it does actually harm us. And this is kind of how it stops us from pursuing the life of our dreams because we just don't believe in ourselves. It can rob us of peace of mind because there's constantly this negative chatter going on. It really can rob us of our emotional well-being, and long term, if kind of left unchecked, it really can develop into depression or anxiety. So it's not something to really take lightly as this negative self-talk. But there are people out there, and I have done this in the past too, who think that I need this negative self-talk so that I am a better person, so that I achieve more. I need this critic to kind of like be on me so that I don't make mistakes. But using self-criticism instead of positive self-talk is basically like choosing a punishment over a reward system. Punishment, while it can deter behavior in the beginning, in short term, in the long term, reward is better because it can help you set up a lasting, long-term, better, new behavior. Sort of like when I was doing some research, I read this story about how a baby learning how to walk, every time it walks and falls, you don't say, "Oh my gosh, baby, that is not okay. What the heck is the matter with you?" You don't use criticism for the baby because then the baby's crying, maybe it fell and hurt. You usually say, "Oh my gosh, look at you. You're such a big baby. I'm so proud of you." It's the same sort of thing. When we use negative self-talk and our inner critic shows up, it demoralizes us, and it can affect us, and it can actually negatively affect who we are long term. Like if you did that to a baby, long term, it would really not be good. But thankfully, I've got a couple tips because if you're anything like me, and I think I'm just an average person, you suffer from negative self-talk and you have an inner critic. And so there's some things that you can kind of do to catch yourself and correct the negative self-talk. First of all, you can just be aware. Bringing awareness is half the battle. Like, I think I have this thought. I'll just use the example. Gosh, my jeans are tight. They're not really fitting. And I have this belief that I'll never be my ideal weight. Well, whether that's right or wrong is irrelevant. I just need to bring awareness that that's my inner critic showing up. That's negative self-talk. I don't need to be using my negativity to pursue eating right. So just paying attention, slowing down the thoughts too. Sometimes we're just having that rat race of our thoughts going on that we don't even have awareness. So just bringing awareness. A lot of times too, if we have negative emotions show up like doubt, guilt, shame, worthlessness, those are typically indicators that your inner critic and negative self-talk are they're up, they're present, they're there. So if you kind of are feeling those ways, you might just want to pay attention and be like, I'm feeling really guilty right now. Could this be like my inner critic at work? Another interesting concept is just bringing thoughts and awareness to the fact that you are not your thoughts. So I have these thoughts. I have this, I'll never be the right size. I'll never be good enough. I'll never have enough, fill in the blank. I'll never, whatever it is, the story that you tell yourself. Those thoughts are actually not you. And when you can kind of like believe that, then you can start like questioning yourself. We all think our thoughts are us, and they're really just kind of random. And when thoughts show up like that, a lot of times what they are is they're residuals. They're things that we've adopted from outside influences or from outside people. Like we've adopted criticisms, expectations from others, standards that are just unrealistic. And so that's a lot of times why we've adopted this negative thinking. And so when we realize these thoughts are probably not even mine, they're probably something I adopted. That's kind of a really thing for me. Another thing I've done too is I've named my negative self-talk or my inner critic as like the old hag. Oh, she's showing up again. She's really, negative. I don't really like her. Something I'm really been working on is bringing the polar opposite of it. Like, oh, you'll never achieve that. You will achieve your dreams. You will achieve your goals. You're smart. You're whatever. Just using positive affirmations and words to kind of combat the negative. Another thing too that's I find really interesting is we would never talk to our best friends sometimes the way we talk to ourselves. We're kind of brutal. And so being your own best friend, showing up for yourself, standing up for yourself, not putting up with the crap. I know it can seem like a lot, a really daunting kind of thing to try to change or sway or affect the way we're thinking. But I really think that if you can just bring some awareness in and be, and use some of the things I listed, it would be worth it. You'd have peace of mind, happiness, joy in your life. And maybe you'd even be able to realize some of the things, like some of your dreams in your life. So anyways, just some thoughts about negative self-talk, why we have it, what we can do to combat it. And, I'm always here for you. If you ever need a coach, an accountability person to kind of hold you accountable to not using negative self-talk and not having your inner critic, I'm here for you. Reach out if you'd like to talk about how we can work together. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. And if you're interested, leave a comment below on your favorite negative self-talk. Mine tends to be, oh, I'm not good enough. I'll never achieve my dreams, but fill in the blank what those are. But, for everyone, it's so different. So I'd love to hear from you. All right. Have a great day. Bye.